President, I'd like to ask the Chief Minister what progress has been made with the appointment of a Minister with responsibility for justice.
Chief Minister to reply.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. In December 2018, the Constitutional and Justice and Legal Affairs Committee published its report on ministerial responsibility for justice. In February, this Honourable Court debated the recommendation that the Council of Ministers include within the portfolio of a Minister lead responsibility for protecting and advancing the principles for justice. The recommendation was amended to ensure the principles of justice, judicial independence, I should say, were reinforced, but the principle of a Minister being appointed with responsibility for justice remained. I can confirm that the Council of Ministers is currently giving this matter active consideration and that the commitment to give a Minister responsibility for justice remains, and I hope to be able to update this Honourable Court in the very near future.
Mr. Hooper.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. That puts me in mind of the old phrase, under consideration means I've lost the file, under active consideration means we've found the file.
We're looking for it.
My question for the Chief Minister is, this was, as he said, unanimously approved by Tim Walls some months ago. Since then, we've had resolutions on climate change that have seen a transformation team appointed, resolutions on the health service that have seen a transformation team appointed. Does the Chief Minister not agree that the criminal justice system, as a fundamental bedrock of a free democratic society, should be getting the same sort of priority that his government is giving to these other high-profile areas?
Chief Minister.
Thank you, Mr. President. I totally agree with them, but I think I need to explain why it's taking so long. And I hope to be able to make an announcement soon, and that will be soon. Now, I recognise this has not happened as soon as some members may have hoped, but it is important to ensure any supporting structure is correct. Now, as honourable members know, this is part of a larger piece of work that represents some very wide-ranging changes. It's very important that we carefully consider the full ramifications, as I like to go on about all the time, that we follow the ripples. Honourable members will also know that this work was already underway before the committee's report was published in December, so we have rightly had to take the time to expand the work to incorporate the recommendations of that report.
Mrs. Paul Moulton.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to ask the Chief Minister if in that careful consideration that is underway, the importance of the arm's length nature of ministerial responsibility for justice is being taken account of, particularly given the importance of the independence of the constituent parts of our justice system. Thank you, Mr. President.
Chief Minister.
Absolutely. I'm delighted to be able to reaffirm what I stated earlier, that it will be, all these things are being looked into. It's a highly complex issue, Mr. President, and we will bring it back as soon as possible, but I do want it to be correct, as the Honourable Member for Council, Mrs. Paul Wilson, alludes to. We have to there's very delicate issues here.
Mr. Speaker.
Could the Chief Minister advise whether he's actively considering abolishing the Department of Home Affairs?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Council of Ministers is considering all options in relation to this, and I hope to be able to report very soon.
Mr. Speaker.
So the Chief Minister won't rule out the fact that he's considering such an abolition?
Minister.
When you're looking at something as important as this, Mr. President, you don't rule out anything.